The first question is, what would be three of your goals as a board member, and please explain.
Okay, thank you. My goals are to continue to ensure that children receive the finest education possible by having systems in place that begin in early childhood and continue through high school that promote a love of learning for children that includes attendance. The school board has been looking at attendance and the correlation that attendance has on a child's educational success. The absence of a child's teacher also has a profound effect on their learning. When teachers are absent, learning and classroom flow is interrupted. For children that may be at risk academically, this can have a detrimental effect on their learning growth. We have made it a priority to improve teacher attendance by decreasing their absences by 15%. Last year, the average days missed by staff were 17.7 days. Under the board's direction, administration and the principals from the 5 different schools are working on creative ways towards, lost my place. Working on creative ways to award teachers for perfect attendance each month. Another way to promote a love of learning for children is by academic achievement. The board has also directed staff to set the bar high in math and reading, increase the academic achievement by 10% in both. Through intervention strategies embedding math and reading in every facet of coursework, using assessments to determine growth, and continuing with diligent data reviews in order to make adjustments for individual students is a key factor in achieving this goal. And finally, to promote a love of learning for children, affording them the best of opportunities and possibilities to fulfill their dreams is the primary goal of public education. Offering opportunities outside of the classrooms for learning, such as field trips, is as important as offering a variety of electives like yoga at the high school or robot building at Fort Logan Northgate. I believe it is our duty as parents and community members to ensure that these systems are prudent and maintained for our children and our children's children.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ms. Flores.
Okay, one of my goals, my priorities is community engagement. We need that our community, our parents, teachers, and staff feel welcome and feel free to express their concerns. Engaging our parents and community is more than just planning and scheduling meetings. Answers to people should be made consistently, timely, and politely. Another one, the next one is extracurricular activities. I would like to create more opportunities for extracurricular activities for our children after school. People whom I have spoken have said that before there were these types of programs. I would like for our children to have these programs again back. I feel that extracurricular activities are important because they motivate our students to stay in schools. I would like to utilize our parents who are eager to volunteer. We can also bring foundation, nonprofit organizations to help us to bring programs that our kids want to see. Another one is bullying. It's a problem that so many parents have mentioned. We need to find ways to create a safe school for our children. Parents need to feel that their children are safe and protected in our schools. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I was going to read this, but I'll just say it. The 3 top things that I think are the most important for us to work on as a school board would be, number 1 is to make sure that we bring on a superintendent that is going to take us to the academic achievement that we want for our students. I think that's going to be a really important job for the new school board that comes in. And with that, we want to make sure that we create a recruitment and retention plan for our students. We want to be able to recruit the students that are not coming to Sheridan and make sure that they realize how great Sheridan is and how amazing this district is. I also think that part of that is retention, teacher retention. We want to make sure that our teachers are they have competitive wages that we are paying them so that they can in turn give our students their best. I see that as one of our top goals. I also want to make sure that we create strong relationships with our community members, with parents, with nonprofit organizations and foundations, there's a lot of financial gaps. So bringing in those organizations that could fill in those gaps and make sure that we can create some strong partnerships and create a holistic type of education for our students. Finally, I would love to evaluate the policies and the budgets to provide access that ensures that all students receive an equitable education, regardless of factors such as gender, sexual orientation, immigration status, or language proficiency or disability. We want to make sure that all our students can achieve the greatest academic achievement possible. So I think those are the things that I would want to focus on.
The Sheridan Board of Education, of which I am a member, and our superintendent are currently working on the following 3 goals, which, when finalized, will be reflected in the school and district improvement plans. Goal number 1 is to increase academic achievement as measured by comprehensive state assessments, including PARCC, PSAT, and SAT, as well as to increase academic achievement of students deemed at grade level in math and reading for grades K through 12 as measured by iReady. Why? Our main purpose is to improve student achievement, and when correctly applied, data-driven instruction has led to dramatic gains in student achievement. Goal number 2 is to improve student attendance from the current rate of 91.1 for all grades as measured by the Infinite Campus end-of-year report. Why? Because effective, high-quality instruction makes the most difference in a student's academic performance, and a student can't learn if he or she is not regularly attending classes. Goal number 3 is to decrease staff absences. This goal includes all days, including daily leave, FMLA, school and district business. Why? Because all Sheridan District employees must have a commitment to students and a commitment to the pursuit of excellence. Thank you.
Dang.
Thank you. When I first saw this question, right in my mind just popped up students, teachers, and families. I thought about it more in depth, as I considered, students being the number 1 priority for education. When I think about students, I'm thinking about their achievements, their academic levels. I was kind of disheartened last year. My daughter graduated, and she was at Kennedy High School, and her best friend, who she went to kindergarten here with in Sheridan at Alice Terry, she had graduated Sheridan, and they both started at college, and she was saying that she had to take remedial courses because her academic level at leaving Sheridan wasn't good enough at the college. And so, that was one of the early stories that spurred me to look more into the education, look more into our school board, and doing the work that I've been doing on the community. When I looked at teachers, I've been, and I won't lie, I've not had the experience that some of the other people have had with being involved on a school board, but I'm a quick learner, and I've been reading and I've been studying about the way the Board of Education works, how they lend a lot of hand. They did help Sheridan in the turnaround phase that we had been in the past, and so I know that they can consult and certainly help a lot. And there's a lot of different ways that you measure teachers' competencies and teachers' abilities, and I think that they do need to be, well, certainly with SB 191, there's a requirement for them to have a level of showing their skills as a teacher. But I think that the growth that when a teacher is doing their work with a student and they show that the student is improving, and maybe not at the achievement level, at the highest level they can be, but they have increased that growth improvement, I think that's a good measure to keep teachers and reward them for something like that. So on the third one, then I think about family and community, and I think about what a tough decision it was with my own wife years back when we thought maybe our children will do better at a creative school because there wasn't a lot of programs in Sheridan schools that were extracurricular, and my children really enjoyed being in artistic and creative things. So I think echoing Indira, my friend there, that community involvement in getting, there's a lot of parents that are willing to volunteer and come in and help. I don't want to burden teachers with more work, of course, but I know a lot of people in the community that are willing to step up. There's foundations, there's grants. I'm a grant writer myself, and we can get other people involved to make Sheridan a fun place where people enjoy learning and want to continue here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
The next person is Ron Carter.
Thank you. One of the top goals I have is to find a superintendent that continue the academic growth that we've had. We've seen some real good growth and some real large strides getting off the academic clock and doing things that the state thought was not possible for us. So I want to find a superintendent that is going to take us to that next level, going to come in and work with the staff that we currently have. We've got some really good teachers and some great employees with the district, and we need to keep those employees. We need to have their input in order to make that superintendent successful and him to work with them as well. My next is improving teacher retention. Teacher retention is huge for us. Again, it's been said that if the teachers are there, if the teachers have experience with their students, they're going to do a better job and the students are going to learn better. The students know that teacher, they're going to be able to work with them. My older brother, my older sister had this teacher and they said this, you know, that's how you're going to get those relationships built. So we've got to work on teacher retention, working on programs to better the packages for our teachers and try and retain them here rather than have them go into other districts. The other is to seek options to increase our student count. We've done some research into why students are leaving, why they're not here, and which districts are going to try and find out what those issues are, try and bring those programs to our districts. So we're in the process of doing that now, and I hope that can continue no matter who's elected, that we can bring those people in. But that's what I look forward to for our district as our top 3 goals. Thank you.
Thank you.